Oracle's Vault. Yes, I see. Well, I'll be a son of a bolus if this isn't the most commander-licking goodness to come from Amonkhet so far. Oracle's Vault is actually pretty interesting. For just 2 mana and a tap, you can exile the top card of your library. Until the end of the turn, you can play that card. You then put a brick counter on the vault. Okay, sounds pretty groovy. But then once you hit 3 brick counters or more, you can just tap the vault to do the exile thing. Then you cast the card for free. Then, okay, hang on. Okay, alrighty, that is a doozy of an ability. So what we have here is a nifty little trick to cheat things into play. Let's look at this card piece by piece. You get to exile your top deck, and then you get a brick counter on the vault. Put in for some Legos now before they go up in price. The thing to note here is that it says you may play that card. Normally, if a card says that you can cast a card from exile or something like that, if it's a land card, you generally don't get that ability, and the move is effectively wasted. But here, it just says play. That little wording difference is what makes this fantastic. You can play a land card that you exile with this, and I can dig that. Yeah, you're still limited to 1 land per turn, so you can't use certain spells during your opponent's turn. I'm not 100% on that ruling, though, so feel free to correct me if you can use things like sorceries on your opponent's turn with this. Once you've built up enough counters, however, you can cast the cards you exile with it for free. And if we're talking about Commander, which I prefer to, this card will hit 3 counters in no time. Heck, my good friend Atraxa could have this thing at 3 counters within a few turns. If you haven't gotten your Winding Constrictor for this card, that would be the time. Once you hit 3 bricks, which realistically with the amount of combos that this thing can go with, it should only take, what, 2 turns? You can start throwing down anything from your top deck for free. Oh, I'll just drop all my biggest stuff all willy-nilly for free. Oh, hey, I just dropped a Blightsteel Colossus for free. No big deal. And perhaps the best part of this card is that it's a colorless artifact, so literally any deck can run it without a problem. Of course, from there, the ability to properly use the card and maybe abuse it to its fullest and without it feeling jammed in for the heck of it is an entirely different story. This feels like it's a bit of a long-term investment kind of ability. You get the value out of it straight away, being able to use its first ability, but when you build up those counters, the ability becomes incredibly better. Just imagine if you could get up to those 3 counters and then drop something like Omniscience. There are plenty of methods that you can use to manipulate the top card of your library to maximize the potential of this card. Sensei's Divining Top has some interesting synergy with this. Brainstorm can be used to help put an expensive spell back on the top of your library to exile and cast for free. How do you like the Oracle's Vault? Are there any commanders you think might work well with this new artifact? Let us know down in the comments section below. Lastly, give the video a like if you want to see more videos like this one in the future. Now, see you guys during the next upkeep.